Hi, Slumber Party listeners. It's your host, Tim Murray, wanting to remind you to make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you can stay up to date on all of these interviews. Also, make sure you subscribe to iHeartRadio Broadway Network. I do all sorts of bonus episodes there that aren't available on YouTube. And make sure you're subscribed to my Patreon because you can get extra interviews with these guests, extra interviews with Jessica Bosk, Ben Fankhauser, Andrew Keenan Bolger, and so many more people. Enjoy today's interview. Thanks for watching. Hello, my lovely little Slumber Party listeners. It's your host, Tim Murray, and this is the podcast where I interview drag queens, Broadway stars, and comedians about their sleepover experiences growing up. And today I'm so excited because I have someone whose podcast I was on, and that is how we met in real life when I first moved to LA. And since I was on their podcast, they have now become, I don't know, ever heard of a television superstar? This person is literally a TV star. If you've ever heard of, I don't know, maybe the absolute huge brand High School Musical, it's someone who's on High School Musical, the series on Disney Plus. Please welcome to the stage of Frankie Rodriguez.
Hi, Tim.
How are you doing?
I'm good. After that introduction, I'm going to play that when I'm having a bad day.
I mean, Frankie, I've known a couple people who were like not famous, and then I knew them when they got famous. How does it feel to be famous now?
Let me see. I use the word famous very lightly, but great, I guess. It's like most of it has been in quarantine, so I haven't like really understood what it actually is, but for the most part it's great, I guess.
That must be so weird. The only other frame of reference I have for this is like my drag queen friends who got onto Drag Race in quarantine, and they say the same thing. They're
Right.
like, I guess it's cool that I have a bunch more followers now, but nobody's stopping me on the street because there's nobody on the street.
Right. And then also you're in masks. So like really you would have to really know what or like have to look for me, I guess, to like find me. But I kind of prefer it that way. So it's fine.
Are you like more introverted than extroverted?
A little bit, which it like I have my moments. It just depends on the mood. But for the most part, I'm always trying to like get in and get out wherever I'm in public. And so when it happens, it kind of does throw me off. I'm just like, oh, right. I'm on a TV show. Right. Okay, people watch it. Right. And then I feel bad because then I'm just like, did I give them a positive experience? Are they gonna think I was rude or like quiet? But you just can't worry about it, I guess.
You really can't worry about
no, it's so minor.
Because honey, this show is one of many, and I know you're gonna keep on working. And the thing, it's like you can't give people what they want. You can only, wow, am I a prophet? You can only do you.
right.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, what the other hard thing about that is like people have their own perspective and their own stories, and you have no idea what's going on with that person. So you could be like the absolute nicest version of yourself, and someone could still misconstrue that as like this and this and this happened.
That is so true. I feel like, but I always feel like I get caught up in those like YouTube videos that are like 19 celebrities who are mean to their fans. And then it's just like these like random stories from Reddit. And I'm just like, oh my God, that could be me one day.
Oh my God. I truly hope. I hope that for you. That's only more publicity.
You know what? You're right. You are so right.
And like the people who really know you will know that it's not real. And like people are allowed to have a bad day. Sometimes I waited tables in New York City for like 10 years. So often people will ask me who like the rudest person was. And I've stopped telling people because I'm like, yeah, that several people were absolute jerks to me, but it's like, whatever. I'm sure they also, you know, had good days too. Like it's really right. Like there actually was somebody. Okay, I'm gonna try to safely tell you this story without giving away too much information. Okay, this is hot tea, Frankie.
Okay.
There was someone who was really, really like one of my top 5 rudest people I've ever waited on in my life, who then has since been a guest on this podcast and and doesn't know, and we never talked about it, and they were lovely, and now I like love this person.
But obviously they didn't know you at the time this happened.
No.
Oh my gosh. I want to know.
I'll tell you off pod.
Okay, I can't wait.
Because now I would never hold that against this person. Now after talking to them for an hour, I was like, this person is like so great. And listener, you'll never be able to figure it out. This podcast has been on now for a couple of years. But transition, I had several alphabas on the podcast, which has been really fun. And I just had my first Glinda, which leads me to asking you, your oftentimes scene partner, Kate Reinders.
Yes. So what do you want to know? I'll tell you everything.
I want to know everything. Listener, Kate Reinders was my Glinda when I saw it in Chicago.
Oh my God.
I saw it in Chicago with Anna Gasteyer and Kate Reinders,
Yes.
and she was so good. So I've followed her for forever. Tell me everything. Is she a delight?
She is like the most wonderful person you could ever imagine. And I just like on our first day of filming, most of my scenes were with her. And on my first day of filming, I was so nervous and like my palms were like so sweaty. And I brought up something about Wicked, and I was just like, yeah, like I think like most like Glinda's like belts like this part here, and she was like, which part? And I was like, and then like I sang it for her, and she was like, here, let me see. And then she just like belted it out in like the middle of the like East High gym. And I was just like, I'm not nervous anymore. I mean, if she can just like let that flow out, it's like amazing. So she's incredible. We like all love her.
Oh, that is such
She
a gag.
is Miss Jen in a way though. Like she is that like character that's like going out of her way to do everything for all of the students. It's like really sweet.
That is so sweet. Did you know that she was a Glinda before you did that?
Of course, yes. I think it was like a big deal because she was like the first national or like the first replacement or something. So I remember her like being like everywhere.
Oh my God. So you knew that going in, you were like, because you're a Broadway gal. You're a Broadway.
Of course. Yeah. And then I remember when the cast list came out, or like when we got the official, like these are everyone involved. I was like, oh, Kate Reinders. I know Kate Reinders.
Oh my God, that's so exciting. Frankie, you were so good on the show. And the two of you together are so good. And the show is so good. It's so, I mean, I don't mean to say that in like a surprised way, but I think as like
so good.
But like as a 33-year-old man, like I don't think it's really marketed toward me. You know, it's
but
like
it is though. But it is.
Yes. That's why I went in there being like, okay, I saw High School Musical, the original, and that was for me when I was 16. So now I don't know if I am gonna watch this. And then I turned it on and I was like, this is so funny. It's so quippy. The characters are so well developed. It's just really great.
Yeah, and I think like watching the show as like a musical theater adult, you're catching a lot of things I think that just fly over most of the teenagers' heads, which I think like is fun because it like adds a whole different layer of like we're making fun of people and you have like no idea, but like you're like I don't know. I guess when you're younger, you're more focused on like the costumes and the music and the boys, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
I love it. And I feel like a lot of us just had no idea what it was going to be. Like when it first was announced, I was like, is this a reboot of High School Musical? Like the story that we knew before?
Right.
But it's such a fun spin on that.
Yeah, I mean that's all Tim Federle. Who of course has like written like a wide range of different things and are all like successful. So that's so crazy. So yeah, it seemed like the more proper way to bring High School Musical back, but like less pressure because we're not trying to like recreate it. We're just telling it a little differently. But no, it's fun.
That's so great. He's such a genius. I knew him in New York when we were both living there. And I one time ran into him in the Apple store and he was like, Tim, what's up? And I was like, my computer had like, I just spilled water on it or something.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I'm freaking out right now. And he was like, okay. Good to see you. I was like, yeah, good to see you too.
Bad time. See, everybody has bad days.
Yeah, see, exactly. He's walking around being like, that's Tim Murray had a really bad day at the Apple store. But he is so cool because he was a Broadway performer and who like transitioned into this amazing writing career. And I just think that's like so inspiring and cool that he's writing musical theater influenced stuff.
Yeah, he does like a lot of different things. He has like cocktail recipe books, and then he has like young adult novel, or like children novels,
Yeah.
like a lot of different things, and now a TV show that he's also show running. So I don't know when he sleeps, but I mean that's the train I need to get on. I need to be like, what is next? Because I can't be sitting
Yes.
around forever.
Does it take a long time to film? Like how many months of your year is it?
Our first season we were out there for 6 months, so half a year, and then this last season we were out there for a full year because of COVID. So we had the option to go home, but I don't know. I ended up just staying in Salt Lake City for a whole year, but it wasn't as bad as it sounds, but it was definitely a different experience than the first year. But typically I think we're scheduled maybe about 5 to 6 months out there.
That's
It's
so
not too bad.
cool. I've only been there one time and it was so strange.
It's an
I
interesting place.
I really liked it, but it's it's like you land there and you're like, this is America? Like this is a whole I like this literally feels like you're in another country.
Yes, it's beautiful and
It's
everybody is very
gorgeous.
nice, but there is some sort of like Halloween town vibe there that I get where I'm just like, but everybody's too nice. And I'm just like, then I start to get suspicious. But I don't know, maybe I'm just projecting like my own fears. But no, but everybody says the same thing, but it is beautiful.
I have never heard the Halloween Town thing, and that is so real. It
Yeah,
is
there's some
Halloween
vibes
Town
there.
vibes. It feels like I always say it feels like you're at Disneyland, but you're like, where are the rides?
Yeah,
Because
that's a great way to put it.
it's so clean. It's like
Yes, it's
eerily
very clean.
clean. Like that there's no
Some
like
of it's yeah, it's not, but then you turn like you go like on the outside of it, and you're like, oh, this is the backstage part. This is like where the cast like regroups.
it's also a lot gayer than
Yes,
I
they have
thought
a
it was gonna be.
huge pride out there. Our first year when we were out there, we were there during Pride Month, and it was like they shut down most of the city, and like just gays were everywhere. I was like, wow, good for them.
Good for them is right. Speaking
Yeah.
of being gay and homosexual, your character, I believe, is the first gay homosexual character in the
Ever
high
written in any show.
ever ever to be on TV, in a movie, referenced in
We're
a
breaking
song.
records.
The first gay, but you're the first openly gay character in the High School Musical universe, right?
Yes, in the franchise. Yeah.
That's how does that feel?
It's I guess it feels good. I mean, like obviously I'm so crazy excited, and I just try not to think about the weight that it holds, I guess. But because I've just been gay forever. So when people are like the first openly gay, I'm just like the first. But I'm very excited, obviously.
That's so cool. And I fully hear you about like the weight thing. And I remember when Bowen, my friend Bowen Yang got Saturday Night Live, and like in some of these interviews, a lot of people will be like, you're the first openly gay castmate, or like you're the first Asian castmate. And he's always like, well, neither of those things are actually true. Like,
Yeah.
and it does put like a strange pressure that isn't necessary. Like, you don't have to like hold the flag for all of us by being the gay, the one of the first gay characters in that universe. But like without even doing anything, it's so cool. It's like,
Yeah,
as a
it is
viewer,
cool.
I really, yeah, watching you get to do that was like so cool for me. And I feel like a lot of people listening to this pod will agree, because I'm a little older than you, and when I was in college, our professors told us not to come out of the closet.
Wow.
Not all of them, but more than one encouraged us to not be openly gay, quote unquote, so that we would work. And
Wow.
so it's really means a lot. Like it really means a lot that Tim wrote these characters, and that you are doing it, and that you are
No.
queer and doing it is like, it really like, I can't even tell you how nice it is to watch a gay person play gay.
I was just thinking that I forgot what I was watching, but I was like, oh my god, that actor is openly gay and he's playing a gay character. I was like, you wouldn't think that it would be like this big deal, but it kind of is. You're just like, that's big. This is how it kind of should be. But look, I guess there's a lot of logistics with that. But no, when you say it like that, it does put into perspective just like kind of how important I guess it all is. I think for me, like my anxieties refuse to let me like investigate like the first openly I'm just like I can't put that pressure on myself, so
Totally.
I'm just gonna be like, it's great.
Yeah, and you don't have to put that pressure on yourself. It's like, yeah, that is all it should be for you. It's like, it's great. And then the rest of us out here are just gonna cheer you on and love it.
Oh, thank you.
Speaking of loving it,
Mhm.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh my God.
Did you know when you were filming that first season, were you like, oh, she's about to become the most famous person in the world?
Like she just took over. She's like 12 too. It's like insane. I'm just like, when like it's what's crazy is that like when you're on set with her, they're like, Olivia, we got to put you in school for the next hour or two. And so it's just like, when does she have the time? Because I don't physically see her writing stuff. So I'm just like, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. And I'm just like, when does she do this?
Truly.
Crazy. Between like PE and like history. I'm like, this is nuts.
She's in in high school? She had to do her high
She
school?
was. She's officially done though. She's graduate. She graduated this past summer. This past summer. I didn't even know what I wanted to do with my life after high school.
Honey, I couldn't even memorize the words for choir, let alone write my own album that is like the next jagged little pill. My God.
Yeah, it's nuts.
When you heard the album, were you like, gag a Trandra?
I mean, yeah, I was like, I remember just like when the night it came out, I just like popped in earbuds and I just laid down and I was like, gay gasp. I mean, and then I haven't stopped listening to it since.
Same.
Yeah.
Literally, I mean, it was like all the rage all over Twitter and all over everywhere. And I was kind of like, I had seen High School Musical, but I wasn't aware that that's who that was. And then I saw everybody posting about it and I was like, okay, I'll give this a try. And then as soon as I started listening to it, I was like, this is my favorite music. My boyfriend and I listened to it non-stop.
Yeah. I like wanted to break up with someone just so I could like actually get the immersive thing, but I was like, better not. But yeah, no, it's awesome.
But it does feel like that. You're like,
yeah, you're just like, I just need to feel it a little harder than I already have.
Okay, speaking of immersive, I heard you on your old podcast talking about the immersive production of Carrie that happened in LA.
Yes.
And you were gagged for it. I've talked about Carrie so much on this pod because I'm deeply obsessed. My question for you, I already know the answer to, but I have to ask it anyway. Okay. Do you care about Broadways?
Do I care about Broadways?
Yeah, Broadways are what I call Broadway theater because that's what the Midwest moms call it.
Oh my gosh, of course they do. 100%.
Would you, I know you're an LA queen, but would you ever want to do a Broadway show?
Oh my God, of course. That's like what I originally thought. Well, first of all, I didn't know what I wanted to be. And then I was like, I'm going to be a Broadway star. I'm going to be on Broadway. And then I actually saw a Broadway show and I was like, ooh. And then I saw multiple and I was like, I don't know if I can do that. And so I was like, I don't know if I can't kick like that high. And I mean, I don't know. So I was just like, let me focus on something else for a second while I, get it together. But at some point, I think I'll like buckle down and like focus some attention on Broadway.
I mean, you're doing it the right way. Like,
certainly, that's kind of what I figured.
Yeah, it's certainly not like the smartest thing to be like, let me move to New York and pound the pavement and wait tables for 10 years and then hope that they call me. It's definitely smart to do TV first.
Yeah, I mean, I only went to maybe 2 open calls in my life. And I was like, I couldn't do this. Cause like TV, you can audition for it and forget about it. Like they'll never call you again. You'll never hear from that casting again. And you're just like, okay, like, but like literally in the room, they say this person stays, everybody else goes. And you're like, Damn, like in front of everybody. They just like reject you. At least TV, they're just like, do you want some water? It's like, great. Yeah, this is wonderful. They make you feel great while you're there. And then, but yeah, I don't think I had the heart to really do that. I would have just cried after every audition. Because then you're actually seen in real time. You're not booking the role.
It's terrible. It feels like garbage. They pick up your headshot and they put it in front of you and they just rip it.
Literally. And you're
And
just
then they
like,
wipe
that
their
headshot
butt
was $1.79. You don't even understand. Like, I couldn't do it.
One time I was in callbacks for the Book of Mormon and I sang and it went great. So then I got to move on to the dance callback. And there were only, I want to say like 12 of us in the dance callback. So we're all looking around like, oh my God, we're like, it's getting down to the nitty gritty. This is very exciting. And they cut only 3 of us, including me.
Oh my God.
So
See, that's the worst.
It was the worst. The 3 of us had to go to the bathroom together in this tiny little New York theater, like rehearsal space, and change. And we all just looked at each other and we're like, well, this is mortifying.
See, I could not do that. I would have just, I wasn't built for that. I'm too sensitive.
Yeah, it's not fun.
No.
It's not fun. Speaking of being a sensitive soul, what were your slumber parties like growing up?
Oh my gosh. I just remember a lot of Housewives. My friend Brandon, who I grew up with, we were like obsessed with the Real Housewives. So it was a lot of like midnight viewings. And then sometimes he wanted to reenact the episodes that we had just watched. So we would do some of that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was very gay.
That is a very gay and very fun.
And like I know there's a few home videos out there, but like I wouldn't know where to find them, but I know they exist somewhere.
Of you doing housewife scenes as a child?
I don't know if it's like specifically Housewives, but I know we did like a Hocus Pocus, like shot for shot remake.
Oh my
and
God.
then there was another one that we did too. So there's like a lot of just home videos of us in costume, just being gay.
Who were you in Hocus Pocus?
They made me be Mary because I was like, I know.
I was always Mary too.
No shade to Mary, but she's the comedy queen. There was just like, we're the more attractive ones, so we're gonna be the other 2.
Frankie, grab the vacuum.
And I was like, okay, but whatever. She's awesome.
Oh my God. We used to play that too growing up in my town. We would play it on our bicycles. We would pretend that our bicycles were broomsticks.
Oh my God.
I was always Mary as well.
I mean, and look at us now.
Look at us now. Thriving in this pandemic.
We're thriving.
Thriving. That is so funny. And did you always know that you were gay?
Always. Like, I think when I was maybe around 5, I was like, ooh, people have boyfriends and people have girlfriends, and I think I would like a boyfriend. And then that's, kind of just ran with that.
That is so cool to hear and very interesting, because most people, the whole reason I wanted to start doing this pod was I love talking to gay people specifically about their sleepover experiences and like uncovering memories that they had repressed. And very few people have your experience but I do as well. I always knew I was gay. Always. And so you just sort of like, that was your coming out process, was you always knew and said it?
Yeah. I was also a late bloomer too. So, and I was homeschooled, and then I went back to public school in high school. And so that was kind of like my real like chance or like real opportunity around like boys for the first time that were like not related to you. So I was like, oh, okay. So then but I did tell my friend Brandon that I was gay when we were like at a sleepover. So I guess that's that, or like at first openly said it, but like no one, I guess I didn't feel like I had to before, because no one was really asking like, do you have a boyfriend, do you have a girlfriend? Because like that's just that's not, I don't know. No one just ever asked. No one was interested.
Wait, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Selma, California. So about like, we're like the dead center of California.
Okay.
Yeah, right in the middle.
Like relatively progressive or no?
Not really. It is very like small town vibes. It's like more, it's like and I went to school in a like predominantly Catholic town. So just like very religious.
You went to Catholic school or no?
No, but there was like one on like every corner. So like literally like the whole town
Whoa.
as a whole was just like a very like big Catholic town. So it was just like, ooh.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of openly gay kids in high school so I also felt comfortable enough, to like just be me. So I guess that's kind of like what started the whole process of like seeing people actually openly gay in the world. And I also didn't grow up with a television, so it's not like I was watching like movies and TV and things that were like giving me glimpses into the world. So it was a very just like blind eye experience.
Hold on. Hold on a second. You grew up without a television until what age?
I think until like 12 or 13. Like my grandma had a TV, so I was and I loved pop culture, of course. So like I was very aware of like who the famous people were, and like but anytime I was at like my grandma's, I was like trying to like catch up and like watch as much as I can. But in our actual home, we didn't have a TV until like maybe late middle school.
If you could do a Broadway's, what Broadway's would you want to do? Is there like a show that you love?
At the moment, I just keep saying Jamie, and everybody's talking about Jamie, even though it has yet to do a Broadway run. But I had only listened to the soundtrack, and then I saw the movie when it premiered at Outfest like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, this is so good. I would love to do something like this. But if not that, something in like that vein of just like where it just looks so much fun to be in.
Yeah, something fresh and poppy and fun and new. I haven't seen that show yet either. I was supposed to go to that at Outfest and I didn't because it was very hot that day and I didn't feel like being outside.
Oh my God, no, the sun sets and then it gets cold because the grass is wet.
I've never done the Sinespia thing.
It is my favorite thing to do in LA.
Okay, people keep saying that. My boyfriend and I got in a fight about it because he was like, "No back support. I'm not sitting on laying on the ground."
No. You do it right. You go to like Costco and you get those low beach chairs that have a back that like are so comfortable, and then it's nice because you get to bring in your own beer and wine and your own food. And so like if you go with a friend who is the planner and just have them like do all of the food and like the cheeses and the wines, and it is so much fun.
Everybody needs a type A friend. Everybody needs a planner friend who's going to get you together.
Yes, I am that friend, but I hate it. I hate the planning of it all, but I know that if I don't do it, it just won't get done. I'm like, damn it.
That's the tea. That's really true. If I don't do it, it won't get done.
Or at least not my way.
Which is, honey, the only way. Okay, I have some fun slumber party games for you. This is the section of our show that we call Wait, Let's Have Fun.
Oh my God, okay.
So in this section, I'm going to give you a would you rather, and this is a hard one.
Okay.
Would you rather never get to see a Broadway show again or never go to a gay bar again?
Oh, never go to a gay bar again.
I have a feeling you'd say that.
Don't get me wrong. I love a gay bar. I love to dance, but Broadway show, that's church sometimes.
That's a good way to put it. That's church sometimes.
You like need it.
Yeah, it like fuels your soul. That's the main thing I miss about New York.
Yes.
Maybe just the only thing. Just being able to see that stuff, to take that in. Like I saw The Color Purple with Cynthia Erivo more than once, and it really did feel like a spiritual experience. Like,
yes.
I mean, it was literal church. There's like church ladies in that show, and those women are singing like hymnals basically and gospel music almost. But even outside of the actual like church numbers, it really felt like church, just in like the way that it made me feel.
Yes, I like completely know what you're saying. She was incredible, like unreal, like once in a lifetime, I think.
You saw it with her?
Yes, with her.
Who is the Suge Avery?
Oh
Does it
my
have
God, Jennifer Holiday.
Oh, you saw it toward the end. I'm so jealous.
Yeah, interesting
Icons
choice,
all
but she was great.
around. Oh my god. I saw Jennifer Hudson and then I saw Heather Headley. I never saw Jennifer
Oh
Hudson.
my God, I would have loved to see Heather Headley.
Heather Headley was everything. She played it. I mean, this is a high compliment. She played it like a witch. Like she was a witch. Like she was like putting it, she was doing all these interesting things with her fingers, like the whole show. And it was felt like she was like putting a spell on Celie, like a
So that's what you
sexual
felt.
spell. What'd you say?
That's what you felt. That was the church you felt.
That was the church I felt.
Amazing. I love
And
her.
I mean, the first time I saw it, I just was like so blown away. I walked out of that theater and I was like, I'm not going to let people talk to me the way I used to let people talk to me. And I walked into my restaurant and I was like, you don't talk to me like that. The way that she like finds her confidence in that show and like finds herself is like, it's mind blowing.
Amazing. Yeah.
So good. Okay, if we were at a slumber party together, what movie would you want to watch?
Oh, I think like 13 going on 30 is like my favorite. Like, come on, guys, you guys want to like watch a movie?
You're gonna be really mad at me.
You-
I've never seen that feature film.
Are you for real?
For real.
13 going on 30?
Mm-mm.
Why? What happened?
I don't know.
It's usually always like like something specific usually happens when someone hasn't seen that movie. Like something was going on in their life, like they were moving or like a breakup happened, something happened, but everyone should see 13 going on 30.
I really need to see it. I love Jennifer Garner. Like, who doesn't? I'm gonna look up the year try to guess the year that it came out, and then I'm gonna tell you.
2004.
Oh, nice.
Is it 2004?
2004.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
2004, that movie came out. So, okay, I would have been a sophomore in high school, maybe even going into I would have been a sophomore in high school. And, we were doing West Side Story that year.
Oh, that's what it was.
And so I just had a lot on my plate, Frankie. I had a lot on my plate. I was big deal. I was in the ensemble as a sophomore, and I remember kicking my leg like this.
You were busy.
I was busy.
Not with the head down.
Oh, the head. There's a picture of me that I will show you one day next time we hang out, and my head is all the way down here. And I really thought I was somebody. I remember going to college and doing that in my college dance class, and she was like, "It's not a high kick if you bend your whole body toward the foot." I was like, "Tell that to Eureka O'Hara. Tell that to Eureka O'Hara, okay?"
Seriously, though, the queen.
The queen. We're out here doing it. Wait, I cannot believe you got that at the exact right time. Okay, and Judy Greer is in this movie. Like,
best.
I need to see it. Wait, this is a fun summer party thing that I've been doing with a lot of people. Holy crap! What do you think? I love looking this up. How much do you think 13 going on 30 cost to make, and how much money do you think it made?
Cost to make. Oh my gosh, inflation's going to be maybe 30 million.
Damn, you need to go on game shows because you are very good at this. It cost $37 million.
Oh, okay. And then
that was really close.
And I'm gonna say it made 122 million.
$96.5 million.
Oh, so kind of far off.
You're like, oh, so I'm nailing it. I'm nailing it again. No, that's pretty close. I mean, for not having any idea, you really could guess. It's really fun looking that up because there's some movies from our childhood where you're like, this was such a smash hit. And then you look it up and you're like, oh, wow, that really was not.
Yeah.
Or vice versa, where you're like, holy crap, that made that much money. Let's look up Hocus Pocus.
I think Hocus Pocus. Well, Hocus Pocus, they like released in July or something weird. So like
something bizarre. Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't make sense. So, but like now, oh my God.
Okay, yeah, this is an interesting one. And now it's getting a remake, a sequel, which
A
is so exciting.
I know, going to Disney Plus, I'm like, you need actors?
You need actors? There's a musical number. Maybe
I know one.
it's filming in Burbank, a block from my
What?
place. You only want to see performers who saw everybody's talking about Jamie opening night this semester?
I get so specific.
You're looking specifically for somebody who's really good at guessing box office numbers?
That's weird.
Hello. Okay, our last one, and then
Okay.
I'll let you go. Hocus Pocus. How much do you think that movie costs to make?
Hocus Pocus. Maybe 50 million?
That's a
Yeah.
good guess, because it seems like it's way less than that. But it seems like
Oh.
it would cost a lot of money. It was like there's
Yeah,
like
'cause
the
all the
special
magic.
effects. Yeah, the
Yeah.
flying. And Bette Midler was a huge star, as was
I
Kathy
know.
McJimmy. I guess maybe Sarah Jessica Parker wasn't as huge of a star as she is now.
No, but she was definitely a name, I would say. I mean, I think her name comes up second.
Oh, when you in Hocus Pocus, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right, because she had done like all those 80s movies, like Girls Just Want to Have
Yeah.
Fun, and
Yeah. She was like a movie star.
she was a big movie star. But then I guess it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Nobody else in that movie is famous.
No. Just the three.
Just the three. And then everybody else is pretty much like, that must have been so cool for all those actors. Just be like,
Hold on, like Thora Birch is also
Thora Birch is American Beauty's Thora Birch is in that movie. Max likes your yabos, but she definitely wasn't a name yet. I don't think at age 9.
Right.
But
But
yes,
she was though. She was
Really?
though. She was in like so many movies at that age. There was
That's so
something with like
fascinating.
Monkey, and then she was yeah, I kind of feel like like every 3 years there's like the it child, and then like Hollywood's like, enough of you, the next one.
Yes.
She was that child, I think.
She was I'm hoping that'll happen for me this year. I'm gonna be the it child.
Crossing everything.
Yeah, thank you so much. You need an 8-year-old? Because honey, I could get Botox. Wait, you're so right. She was like probably popping all the way off. Okay,
Yeah.
so it only cost $28 million to make.
I was gonna say 27 million. How weird.
Whoa. Yeah,
know.
you really do have a knack for this. Guess how much money it made?
27, maybe 40.
44.
Wow.
We need to get you on The Price is Right ASAP. ASAP.
I mean, none of
honey.
the answers were actually right, so I wouldn't have won anything.
But on The Price is Right, it's the closest to the number.
Oh, really? Oh, you're right.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So if somebody had guessed below you, you
Yeah.
would have won, I don't know, a jet ski or a dishwasher or something.
I went to a taping of The Price is Right, and they sat me like 4th row, dead center. And I was just like, oh my God, like, I'm going to be on The Price is Right. Told everyone, and literally it's like Rebecca was sitting right next to me. She's on screen the entire time, and you see like just my shoulder the entire time. I was in the
No.
middle, and I was like,
No.
who cut this together? It was so rude.
Who cut me out of the shot?
It
What
was
the hell? Wait, that's so crazy, because I also went to a taping of The Price is Right, and I sat in the exact same spot. I'm not trying to rub it in, but I made it on screen.
I was gonna say, weren't you on The Price is Right?
No, I didn't get called up, and I
Oh
was
my God, I feel like you would.
furious. I know, I thought I would too. I'm with you, Frankie. I really thought I was going to get up there, but no, they didn't, and it was not fun, I would say.
No,
It was
it's very long.
long.
Yes, it's like an all-day thing.
That's kind of a secret LA tip, is like you can do something like that maybe once if you're coming to the city and you like want to be in a
Yes.
live audience situation. Maybe do it once, because every time I've done it, I'm like, I don't have the energy
Awful.
for this. I went to the Drag Race finale taping.
Ooh,
For
this
season-
past one?
No, season 10, the one with the
Okay.
butterflies.
R.I.P. Rip.
I know, a rep. So I saw that live and in the flesh, which was fascinating. And that was way more fun, obviously. Like that was pretty fun, but it was long. Like it's a long time to be sitting there. And then Price is Right, they just keep it so cold in there because they want your like energy up. And I
But
just couldn't
before you're
shout anymore.
waiting outside the studio in like the heat and like sitting on those benches for like 4 hours, and
So
then
long.
yeah, it's like no, I hate going to TV show tapings.
No, it's not fun. But speaking of that, Drew Carey did some crowd work to us, and I was sitting there with my boyfriend, and I was wearing like a very gay, flashy, like sequined vest because I was trying to get on TV. And he said something to us. Somebody in the hallway of the show did say something that I thought was like kind of homophobic to me, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then I was like nervous for what Drew was going to say to me. And he asked me like what I did for a living, and I was babysitting at the time. So I was like, I'm a nanny. And he took it and lobbed it up so beautifully. And I don't remember what the joke was, but he made such a quick, funny joke that had nothing to do with us being gay. He was like, oh, are you guys a couple? And I was like, yeah, we're a couple and I'm a nanny or whatever. I wish I could remember what the punchline was, but I was so impressed with his, and now I'm like a super fan for life. I was like,
What an ally.
what an ally. I was like, that could have
Thanks,
really gone a
Drew.
different way.
Wherever you are, Drew.
Drew, I'm sure you're listening.
He probably is.
Thank you, Drew. Frankie, I gotta let you go, but is there anything you want to plug? Where can the people follow you?
Plug. You can follow me on Instagram at Frankie A. Rodriguez, and then Twitter at Mr. Frankie AR.
Nice.
And
You're not on the TikToks?
not on the TikTok. I'm a scroller on the TikTok. I'm not a poster on the TikToks.
Fair enough.
It's just too many buttons. I just can't.
It's too many. I've been trying to like watch tutorials to figure out how it works.
I'm just like, I'm not an editor. I just want to post a video, but like I don't know.
Isn't that the ticket? Now we have to be not just singer, actor, dancer. You have to be a video editor.
It drives me nuts.
It's too much. Thank you so much for joining us. And this has been so much fun. It's such a pleasure to see your face.
I know, you too.
Yeah.
And congrats on like killing it and crushing it.
Thank you so much. She's trying.
You're succeeding.
Thank you. All right, listeners. Thanks for joining us. Catch you on the flip side. Bye.
Bye.